So render judgment, a little bit of mixed info the last couple of days. So the final decision, you're entering.
So this is a really nice horse, but he really hadn't shown the kind of numbers or that I thought that, is he legitimate Kentucky Derby horse. And so I always believe in building a horse's confidence. And I thought, okay, well, they asked me, I said, I'd run him in the A other day. And I think that's a good spot for him, and let's get him winning, and then let's take it from there. Well, yesterday, the group, they powwowed without me, which is fine, and they decided they wanted to run. And, look, I would never, if that's what they want to do, I'm all for it. As a matter of fact, I'm hoping that, I hope I'm really happy they convinced me to next Saturday night. He's doing super. He worked fantastic this morning. I think he's a bit of a setup horse, that he's going to need to come from behind and make a big run, and he does like the track, and I think he'll like a mile and a quarter. We're playing.
How's his weight and everything coming into the Derby versus maybe his kind of how he was going into his last two?
There are no physical issues whatsoever. The horse physically is 1,000% right now. He just, like I said, on paper, like he said, 7 starts, and he hadn't won a stake yet, and he's really struggled from my perspective to go next level. I mean, he ran a good race in the Virginia Derby. He ran a good solid race in the Bluegrass, but you want to think, okay, and he's got a whole nother group to compete against now. So look, I mean, it's going to be deep water for him. But we're going to take over a horse that's very healthy and very, his head's bright-eyed right now, sticking his head out of the stall. And, look, I understand the dream, and a lot of people think about it. And it's Toby Keith's family, and Toby passed away this past year. And I think there's some sentiment there, which, look, I believe in higher powers, and, hope higher power comes through.
And it's the Derby, where anybody can win. Are you going to name a rider tonight?
Julian LeProux is going to ride the horse.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, Julian's ridden really well for me this winter. I think his style of riding is going to be conducive to this horse's style. He worked him this morning. He works really well, probably as good a work as he's ever had in his career. And we're going to probably ask him to tuck in, save ground, see if he can do something similar to maybe what Brian did last year by rail trip, and hopefully, the C parts.
Thank you for the time, Kenny.
You're welcome.